Okay, the tools that you'll need for this install is you'll need either a flathead screwdriver or a pick. You can use a regular ratchet or a cordless ratchet. You'll probably need a extension, a 10mm ratcheting wrench, a 10mm, and the hardware includes these 1/4" button head hex bolts, but I'm using a T25 Torx. Okay, step one, you're gonna take your pick, take this out. Then you'll take your 10mm on an extension. There's gonna be a bolt. You're gonna take that out. Next, you'll take your pick or your flathead, and then you'll take these caps off on your handles, exposing 2 10mm hatchet. Make sure you save those 2 bolts. So I totally forgot this step with this bracket. When you put this in, there's going to be a spacer. The spacer in first. And you kind of just have to eyeball it. Okay, so in the kit, you're going to receive these 2 brackets. And it was a little confusing at first, but the driver's side bracket is the one that is concave, going this way. So that one is going that, and then it's concave. And on the passenger side, we'll have this on the left side. So if you're doing this install alone, I figured out like an easier way to do this. So instead of installing those brackets first, I would figure 2 bolts, mount that on the bracket, screw in the 2 nuts, just finger tight. You probably want to leave this a little loose so you can adjust it later. And then you're going to take 2 of the shorter button heads and you'll mount them in these 2 locations. If you're doing this alone, I'd take the Molle panel, any of your factory bolts, screw that in first. And then before you put in that second factory bolt, if you're installing the shelf, take your bracket, thread that in. Or remove that first bolt. Your bracket, swing it up. And then thread that in. Again, you want these factory bolts to be just finger tight, because you want to adjust this later. So for this bottom bracket, you're going to use 2 of these shorter button heads. Just feed it in. There's no easy way to do this, just try to get that nut. So for this bracket, you're going to take your 2 long button heads through, finger tight, other side. If you haven't tightened these bolts, they are 11mm. And you can tighten this down. So you're going to take your shelf, Put it up here, kind of slide it as far as you can out. We're gonna install this back part. Okay, before we mount the back plate to this, I found it helpful if you took these long screws and mounted these in place loosely so this shelf doesn't fall out. And then you're gonna come in from the back side, take a couple button heads. I'm gonna start with the middle one. As long as you can get a button head in, you can come in from the bottom and screw on a nut. For this last one, you should have 2 longer button heads left. You're gonna take one of them and insert it on the bottom. So this top hole is just gonna use the smaller button head. After you get all those in, then this is when you can start tightening everything up. So for these, you're gonna use the short button heads with a nut. So this is the leftover hardware. Not sure where any of this goes, especially these 4 long bolts, these clips. There are a couple button heads left. And I can confirm that as a passenger, I can still recline the seat without hitting the shelf. And I'm 6'1". Also, just a heads up, I think they might have changed their design to save some money. The Molle space on the bottom of the shelf is really big. It's not the same size as these openings for the Molle panels. I was going to mount my Running for Tacos Molle bag here, but I think I can still do it. There's slots, but they use the Molle adapters that go behind the regular size Molle, and that's not going to work because these openings down here are now the size of my fist. And if you look at pictures on the website, there's one picture of this where it's just the product by itself, but all the other pictures on their website are of that size. And on the Land Cruiser forums, there's members that have this size Molle for the shelf. I'm not sure if this making it bigger might save some money. I don't know. So fast forward several months, this is how I have my rear set up. As you can see, like I haven't even touched that side. I was going to mount my 1 gallon Rotopacks here, but this height and this height is a little different than what it was in my 4Runner, so I still need to figure this out. And then on the left side, I have some Molle bags. I'll keep like my Jetboil. This is my Flex Tail mosquito repeller. This thing works amazingly when you're out hiking or at the campsite. And then the one labeled Claymore is my LED camp light. I currently have that in Honda Fit. Some extra bags I keep here. And then on the shelf, I'll keep a tarp, my awning for the Kamek. In these blue bins, there's a set of Torx and regular sockets. I have the ARB bacon strips for puncture. I won this in a raffle. And then I'll keep like jackets, some bike tools. I have my rear camera from the FitCam X right here. And that's about it. So far, I mean, it's been pretty solid. It does creak every once in a while, which is extremely annoying. And it annoys my wife so much that we might actually have to take this down, because she'll be driving this 100% of the time come summer.